I always believe that marketing is just a form of communication and a form of relationship in the business world. But for me, the nature of the communication and relationship among humans, they just never change. They're still here. They just kind of share some common psychological principles, but I do believe that applying what we learn in this class into our daily life can really deepen our understanding of the whole course and the subject. There are so many people saying that marketing is a combination of art and science, but I do believe that marketing is a study about how to make people like you. Maybe it's like your brand or like your product or just liking your marketing campaign, but I believe that they have something in common. It's about the psychology principles of the consumer, which is actually consumer behavior, what we have learned in this course. During the interview, you might need your interviewers to like you, and in the class, you may need your professor to like you. Hello everyone, welcome to my masterclass. So today we're going to talk about how to make anyone fall in love with you by learning consumer behavior by Keni. And most of the series and examples I cover in this video is from MKTG3020 Keni's class. So if you put them into practice but your friends may find you insane, or you just failed to build your romantic relationship and didn't get any attention from anyone, please contact Keni directly and you may have a better conversation about the course design of marketing class, and you'll find me. Disclaimer: please be reminded that the application is not limited to romantic relationships. You can apply what you learn in this video, but not limited to finding a job, networking, building a personal brand, etc. Because it's important to build a positive personal brand in any occasion, and it has nothing to do with my personal experience. I'm just working hard in this course, so thank you. So let's start from an opening ceremony first. Music. Thanks to the sponsorship from Keni and Chloe, also Matt Family and CUHK Business School. Thanks a lot. There's no need for you to subscribe to my channel because all I need is your likes, comments, and watching carefully because it's part of my assessment. Okay, let's get started. There are basically 5 steps to make anyone you love fall in love with you. The first step, identify and understand your targets. Have you ever met anyone and immediately feel, oh, this person and I have so many things in common? In marketing, needs and wants, they are different. Needs is the state of deprivation and it's like you feel thirsty. And wants, they are the forms that needs take as they are shaped by some cultural difference or individual personality. It's like if you're in the US, you may say that, oh, I need a cup of Starbucks or Coke. But in China, I may say that, okay, I need a cup of Haiti or sexy tea. Once you find your target, you had better understand what his or her needs and wants. So if you can really refer to the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and also as you can refer to the 4 specific types of needs. There are first one, need for achievement, second one, need for affiliation, third one, need for power, the fourth one, need for uniqueness. Only if you understand what exactly he or she needs will you have a better chance to approach her and to offer what he or she needs. And one thing we have to keep in mind is that marketing, it does not create needs, it shapes people's specific wants. So what we need to do is to shape what exactly they want according to their needs. After knowing the needs and wants of your target, the second thing we need to do is to know his or her self-concept. There is a gap between actual self and your ideal self. And only when you and the self-image of your target kind of demonstrate consistency or reach congruence will it be possible for you to attract your target.
I am hot and popular, and you are a badly dressed, sick man with a moustache. You said you liked my moustache.
Sometimes you may choose the actual self, and sometimes you may choose ideal self. It helps to leave a deeper impression on your target audience. Also, that is how fantasy appeal works. If you have watched the fashion show and tell of our group 4, you have probably noticed that product gender is one of the primary things to consider when you are investigating your target audience. You have to ask yourself, what's the sex role concept of your target audience, and what kind of person does he or she want? Does he or she like sex type person, or he or she like gender neutral person? And you really need to put the sex role of your target audience into a gender spectrum to better understand their self-concept about the gender role. And the third one in this stage is personality. The congruence in personality can be emphasized more after identifying the self-concept of our target audience, also knowing more about their needs and wants. It's time for us to introduce the famous AIDA model. There are 4 steps in AIDA model: attention, interest, desire, and action. First one, attention. A common misunderstanding about this step is that people might feel too shy to talk to their crush, even just to be in front of him or her, and praying their crush may call back. But if you don't even dare to speak to them and leave your number, how do you think it's possible that they may call you back? And that is exactly where we can make use of more exposure phenomenon. It's like people tend to like things that are more familiar to them, even though they're not keen on them initially. So it's like the more frequently you show up in front of someone, the higher possibility that they may prefer you to others. Well, even though that repetition helps us to remember things, but sometimes it may lead to habituation, which means that the consumer or your targets, they no longer pay attention to the stimulus, and it's time for you to consider spacing effect. It's basically that you can space apart your learning activities in time to enhance your long-term memory, so you can just meet your target on a regular basis, but not too frequent in a very limited time. Here comes your second step of AIDA model, interest. And as we have known that the first impression is of great importance, and that's where we have to make use of our sensory system. There are basically 5 senses in our sensory system, which are vision, smell, sound, taste, and touch. And to make yourself more memorable, it's of great importance for you to really find some 2 or 3 senses of your signature. As we have mentioned before, people only concentrate on some of the stimuli and they are unaware of others. So that would help you to build your exclusive personal brands. So our marketers rely heavily on the vision elements and the meanings they are communicated through, maybe the color, size, and etc. And for us, in the topic we're talking about today, we really need to have a good appearance or a good sense of beauty, at least with some consistency with your target.
Why are you wearing your homeless clothes again?
And the second thing I would want to highlight in this vision part is that maybe we need to really pay attention to the eye contact. In Zig Rubin's study about the measurement of romantic love, he found that people who were deeply in love, they gaze at each other more when talking. Self-fulfilling prophecy is a belief that comes true because we act as if it's already true, because you are trying to make that happen subconsciously. So here you can just increase your eye contact during your chat with your target to give him or her a sense that, okay, you two are really enjoying this talk and you two are already in love. The second type of sense in our sensory system is smell. You may scent yourself by choosing the perfume that can reach congruence between your image and the self-concept of your target audience. And also don't forget the product gender of your perfume and also the sex role of your target. The third one is sound. It can be your own voice or the background music when you meet up. In marketing, the advertising jungle, it can create brand awareness, and in our topic today, the background music can sometimes create desired mood.
当然，我也不再有那种好像我并不是陈韵如的感受，只是不知道为什么。
Even though the girl in this drama, she can't hear the background music, but I, as audience, I was so moved by the youthful vigor. The next one, touch. The experiment shows that the men were more successful to start a conversation when the women were slightly touched on the forearm for 1 second. The third one in AIDA model, desire. Well, it's easier for you to draw some interest or attention from someone after bringing some novel stimuli. It's also very critical for us to think about how to form a positive drive. Cognitive consistency theory says that people, they tend to strive to keep their cognition psychologically consistent, and when the inconsistencies arise, they may strive to restore consistency.
Don't look stupid, OT. Look chic and expensive. OT? Oh yeah, Otis was a bit babyish, so I changed it. Okay, let's go.
This is my walk.
Oh, change it.
Ruby is so cute! So cute! So cute!
And here, Ruby, she doesn't feel like she and her boyfriend kind of maintain the consistency, and she's trying to solve this kind of dissonance and changes everything about artists. In marketing, we have self-perception theory, which is SPT, because the people feel like it's necessary for them to maintain a positive attitude toward what they already consumed or bought. A little tip I will give you in this step is ask him or her to do a favor for you. And if you ask someone to do a favor for you, they may say to themselves like, I've been working so hard for this person, so I must really love him or her. If he or she desires something like a quality or a brand, and that you happen to have these attributes, or you just simply enjoy the same activities, it will be definitely a bonus for you to build some similarity. The third one, communication model. In marketing, in an updated communication model, the consumers, they're becoming more and more proactive in this communication process. And it feels like every time when I was watching a drama, would bring the story to the climax, it's always the leading character that get jealous about their target in this group.
Oh, 不好意思啊，手滑了。那就不吵你们读书了，先走。哎，李思伟。
And it kinda urges him or her to take action and treasure his or her targets. The last step of AIDA model, action. It's about getting your customers to initiate this action. At this stage, you have to elicit a sense of urgency and convenience at the same time, and showing that you have to take action right now. I'm going to leave this city tomorrow, and I don't know if I will come back someday. Would you like to have a dinner with me? Hello? In marketing, it's pretty like giving your customers a limited time offer, like free shipping within 3 days, or our brand is going to raise our price next week. So all you need to do is to take action right now. Well, that's all for today's masterclass, and I believe that you will have a better understanding of what's marketing like and how to market your brands or your product by learning how to market yourself. And a little reminder is that what I covered in this video, they're just some little tips, but they're not the ultimate guidance for you to find your true love. Thank you for watching, and see you in our next masterclass. Don't forget to leave your likes and comments.